All right. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another Hardwood Homies video. We're going to be doing a
Yeah,
little preview of Purdue today, little breakdown. And yeah,
yeah, we're kind of matching as well. I
we
just
are kind of
realized.
matching. Yeah.
But yeah, the first of the team previews, we did this last year.
Yeah.
As we get closer to March, we're starting kind of late, but we're gonna try to do as many as we can
Yeah.
before the bracket
We were
comes in.
already discussing
So
doing them like weeks ago, but things
yeah,
happen. So
yeah, exactly.
yeah, we didn't get to it. But when we first decided to do Purdue, they were doing a little bit better. They were kind of
Yeah,
unanimously number one at the
there were,
time.
which was rare for this year. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and so yeah, we chose Purdue, but obviously they've recently been struggling. But for total body of work, still pretty solidly a 1 seed right now.
yeah, there's
So
still one in Joe Lenardi's bracketology, but
yeah,
yeah, I mean, no, they are struggling right now. They've
right.
lost what at least two of
They've
three.
lost 3 of 5. I
Okay.
guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, recently they played Ohio State at home. I'd be very surprised if they lost that one.
No, they did not. They
They
lost
won by like
to
25. Yeah, no, I
yeah.
know who they lost. They lost to Indiana, Northwestern, and Maryland.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Which
which none
some
of them are
no,
world beaters. Indiana's pretty
no.
good, but
Northwestern, Indiana 17 now. Northwestern is 21. So I mean, but they weren't ranked at the time. We Northwestern that is.
right.
Um, I mean, yeah. I guess the problem isn't even the losses because they're still first in the Big Ten, 24-4. But like, this is just a bad time to be not playing your best
Mm-hmm.
basketball,
Yeah,
essentially.
but
So
overall, I think they're eighth in the country in offensive efficiency, 18th in defensive efficiency. Pretty well-rounded team. They rebound really well. They block shots. Obviously, Ed Player of the Year,
yeah,
7 foot
seven
six,
four, I
seven
believe.
four.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tallest player the Big Ten has ever had, unless
Hmm.
someone just came in this last year, which I doubt.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
I'd be surprised.
yeah, so no, I would agree. I don't know. I think of their offense weirdly enough, just due to some fact I read about where Sean Miller was getting like inspiration for Xavier's offense this year, but actually their defense, I would say, is more of their strong point this year for sure. Um, they're I don't know, one of the best. They're top 20 in like points allowed per game in the country. Their offense is they're getting about 73 a game, giving up about 61. Pretty healthy margin. Like
Yeah, for sure.
uh,
Yeah, I think that obviously Edie helps a lot of that. I think that recently their defense has actually been getting a little bit lazy and just kind of relying on him to protect the middle. And if
mm,
teams don't overdrive and just kind of stop and shoot the little mid range sometimes, I think that they are susceptible because their guards aren't super good on ball defenders. They just kind of rely on pressuring the 3 point line and making teams drive in and score against Edie, which is tough. So I think if teams start to find the mid range game and stuff, they could find success. So
yeah, I would agree with that. I also think, and another big thing in a few of their games lately that they've lost is they have shot terrible from three. Like, I mean,
right,
absolutely terrible, below 30%, not even close. I think one of the games it was like 15%. So the thing is, yeah, you can have one of the best players in the country, which is why I mean, it's one of the big reasons why they're a great team.
yeah,
But if you don't hit, wide open threes, if teams are going to double, triple team him, but you can't hit threes, then it really does you no good unless he's going to drop like 40 points or something.
right,
So I think that's a big. I don't know.
yeah.
That's a big thing to watch in the tournament. I
Oh yeah,
feel like,
definitely.
are they hitting just their open shots? Because teams are
Right.
not going to just
And it's going to
man
be
to
hard to
man.
predict them too because it's like,
Yeah,
are they going to make shots? I have no idea.
yeah. One bad
Maybe the
game and
best
they
thing
might
to
be out.
do would be look at the teams that you think they might play and see how well they defend the 3 point line. I guess is maybe a decent way to look at it. But
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, essentially, you can say Edie's probably going to get his.
yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, he's gonna get
yeah,
20. He's gonna get 20 and 10,
20 and
nearly
like
whatever.
13 of the yeah. He's
Yeah,
yeah, double double. Yeah, I mean, he's going to get probably about 20-10 a game. But what it really comes down to is and I guess this is one of the best things about Purdue. I feel like we've been kind of hard on them for being fifth in the country and everything.
Right.
But
Yeah.
like when you have a great player in the middle, like anyone who's played basketball, watched basketball, what ends up happening is that takes away pressure from everyone else on the team. So I mean, it gives everyone else open shots. You just have to hit them, and that's not to say that your best player doesn't have to do anything, but it just opens the floor up so much, even in like the half court, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Obviously, Lawyer and Smith both have had pretty good years. They're both averaging over 10 points per game.
Yeah.
It's not like he's playing with a bunch of scrubs. We're not trying to say that,
No.
But early in the year, their role players were playing a lot better. They went into Gonzaga, just pummeled them, and then played Duke at home, beat them by 30. I mean, they had it rolling pretty early in the year, and it wasn't just Edey. Those other guys were playing pretty well. So it'll be interesting to see if those guys get back to what they were doing.
Yeah, I mean, the weird thing about Purdue is I would say they're a deep team, but it's hard to think of them like that at times. Just, I mean, as we've been talking about, we haven't been stressing other guys. But yeah, they have 3 guys in double figures, and they have about 8 or 9 man rotation. I don't know if you want to call a guy getting 12 minutes a game part of the real rotation.
Oh, yeah, but, definitely.
Yeah, so they have a 9-man rotation, which is pretty good depth for
that's
basketball.
solid, yeah.
I mean, that's a big thing in March you have to watch if you're a deep team. Assuming it's not Edey that gets into foul trouble, that's big. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know where I see them going.
Yeah, I don't either. It's a hard team to predict. I would lean somewhere. I think they're going to do solid, but nothing crazy. Maybe Elite 8 would be a decent spot for them, I would say. Maybe, I mean, it's possible they make a Final Four, but
that's where I have them at, actually. I have, like, Final Four. I'm just not –
I'm not convinced that they're going to win the championship. I just think you need a little bit more. So
no, yeah, I have them like they're a Final Four team. I think that's mainly their kind of peak.
Yeah,
I think once you get to the Final Four, most likely you would run into teams that I mean
this could age poorly, but I just don't think their guards are good enough. I think that if they run into a team that has really good guard play and a smart coach that knows how to at least mitigate some of what Edey does, they could be in trouble.
Yeah, no, they score pretty good and their defense is good, but I almost think the way to beat them, I don't think the way to beat them is in the half court. Not to say
you got to get them sped up.
Yeah, I just say you run.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to give Edey, 30 points, but if you run, I seriously doubt they can keep up if you're hitting shots, not taking stupid shots. And
yeah, you got to try to find a way to speed them up. And whether that's like being a deep team that can pressure them full court, maybe, or
that's true.
Just some sort of force bad shots, run in transition, stuff like that. I think that's one way that you could, get them off their game a little bit. So
yeah, well, it's a common sense thing when you have a giant guy on the floor, no matter how athletic he is, make him run. It doesn't matter. He's not a superhuman. He's not going to be able to continue just sprinting up and down the court. So that's probably the best way to beat them. They got 3 games left in Big Ten play. Mm-hmm. They are leading at the moment up on Northwestern, but I don't know. They have Indiana and then Illinois, and I'm forgetting one team they have left, but not a terrible schedule.
No,
because Illinois is at home.
Well,
and Indiana is.
Yeah,
they're at the road somewhere else.
That's good. Yeah, if those are road games, maybe it's a different story. But
yeah, and the road is where they've had most of their losses.
Have they lost at home?
Yeah.
Oh, Rutgers beat them at home.
Unranked Rutgers, but they're not a bad team. I don't know what to be. They're like a solid.
They're a weird team too. Man, the Big Ten is so weird to me.
Yeah, no, they're at Wisconsin actually. Purdue is one of their last games.
Yeah. No, Rutgers is weird. Their defense is pretty solid. Their offense is streaky, I guess is a decent word.
Yeah.
They're not super good, but they can play well at times.
Yeah, and I will say one thing about Purdue is even if they have their weaknesses, they're definitely not a team to be like cheering if you get them in your bracket. Like, oh, we got these.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to face them just because of the threat of Edie.
Yeah,
It would be bad for, especially my team, like a Miami. We're so small.
Yeah, you might get in foul trouble.
Yeah,
it could
it
get out
probably
of hand.
depends on how the game's reffed yet again. Kind of like the North Carolina game. If they are ticky-tack calls, Baycott probably does a lot more damage to us than he did. So, I don't know. That's just a comparison. Baycott is obviously not 7'4", but
no, but he's a talented
he's a
big
very
man.
solid big. Yeah.
So, no, not a terrible comparison. Yeah, that is a big thing. But I think even if they get knocked out semi early in the tournament, it's not going to be a runaway. Would be my guess. I think it.
No, I think it'll take a lot to beat them
because they're a well coached team and they're not
Mm-hmm.
they're not a pushover. None of their losses have been that devastating. The Rutgers was a 1 point
Maryland
loss.
was kind of eye-opening.
It was like 12
It was
points
20 most of the game, too.
Yeah.
That game
was recent. So
I think that was the one that Purdue just shot absolutely horrible.
15%.
I think that was the one. They scored 54. I think it was 68-54. They by far had their worst game of the year.
And that's coming 3 weeks until the tournament, or
yeah,
maybe a month at most. Yeah, it's not a great time, but it's also, I would almost say it's a good time to have a wake up call. If you turn it around, not if this continues this week and you.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's not. I mean, it's definitely not panic time or anything. That would be crazy, but
no.
I don't know. The good teams are starting to hit their stride right now.
Kansas,
if they want to be a true championship contender, they better get back at it soon.
Yeah, and that's historically Purdue's had some pretty good teams, but they just haven't quite. I would say they've underperformed, in my opinion. I don't know. Just for some of the hype they've had over the years.
Yeah, they've been upset a couple times. I remember the first round they got upset by Little Rock with Chris Beard actually coaching Little Rock at the time. Huh. That was where he was right before he went to Texas Tech. So,
jeez, that's weird.
Yeah, Purdue, they've had some struggles in the tournament, but they've, year in and year out. I mean, they usually make like the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're just like a chronic upset pick or something, but
no.
But yeah, not super. Yeah, it'd be frustrating to be a fan of them, probably.
Yeah, that's what with this
just kind of live in mediocrity almost.
Fans are getting really upset after this last loss. Like, here we go again. Yeah. I mean, they were one of the few teams this year that, like you said, was like a unanimous. I guess it was for a week or maybe two, but they were the pretty much unanimous number one, which is kind of a rarity this year.
Yeah.
So
they were there for a while, but
yeah. But no, that's Purdue. I don't know if there's anything else to mention about them.
No, I
defensively, I think is where they kind of shine. I don't know. That's what I.
Definitely interior defense. Yeah. I think their perimeter defense could be improved, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if they can right the ship.
Yeah, that's a weird team to watch. I don't know. I'll be watching, see what happens with them. But
definitely.
Yeah, we'll be back probably pretty soon. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like, this could be within hours or something. But yeah, we'll be back with another preview.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, see you next time, homies.
Peace.
Oh, geez.